Illusion City, Genei Toshi. It's good, it's very linear. There are like 8 evil guys plus the final boss that we need to kill. I'm pretty sure that's how the game progresses. Each boss is gonna give us one element. By the way of a Daza statue, we've got the first one. We got the power of wind. After defeating that guy with the weird glasses. I don't remember his name. We keep getting like alternate scenes from like other points of view, which is a thing that very few games do. At least back then. And I really love it when games do that. Like just show these like kind of cutscenes. Like of course by say 1993, 1994 it was way more common on JRPGs, but in 1991, like I don't know man, this game has everything. It's really freaking good. I remember being really impressed by me doing the fan translation of Laplace and Oma. I think about that game often. It's not the only game from that company, it's not the only game like that. But I think it's the only one that has been fan translated. I'm interested in playing their other games. They have some very, very weird shit in there. But yeah, that game was amazing. And that one as well was turn-based demon thing, except you took photographs of demons. That was so fucking cool. It was a good game. I played the SNES version, it wouldn't be my first choice, I think I mentioned this at the time. The game was originally on one of these Japanese PCs, don't remember which one. But the version that got the fan translation was the SNES one, so that's the one we played. I don't even know if my translation software still works, because it depends on Google not changing their shit too much, which they usually do. So playing a Japanese game, like it's a lot of work. It's very tiring, and I think it's hard for people to keep up with. Like you have to watch the little translation window on the side. So I wouldn't do that unless I really needed to play a game, which was the case with Shadowrun for the Sega CD. But yeah, I came across a bunch of other games that received fan translations recently that were interesting, but this one really took the cake for me. And I'm really glad that I chose this one. Also, it's my first time streaming an MSX game, which is something I wanted to do anyway. With all of that said, let's move on with the game. We have played this for 5 hours 40 minutes. Making progress, steady, good progress. You can play this game exclusively with the keyboard, which I like. It does support the mouse, I tested it, it works, it's unnecessary. It's why you have that menu on the right side, so you can shortcut yourself through the mouse usage. Emerald Dragon. Oh, that's way too new. That's from this month. That's from yesterday. Alright. That's the next game we're playing as soon as we have a spot open. I'm not even gonna look too much into it. Like, it's a PC Engine JRPG. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we'll be doing that. Your best friend said that to you. That's a very good friend. Hello there, Wallace Lovecraft. How's the Looney Tunes treating you? Right, let me resume the timer here. And I don't remember what we were doing, so I can ask my friends. I heard the building deep within the Shulu area used to be a biological research facility. Right, that's where the young girl escaped to. There certainly shouldn't be any arachnids, right? I can't wear an armored suit with my stature. What are you talking about? Robert A. Heinlein. Generational differences. Young says you don't get it. Hickley should go find homemade.
He has seen the future, and it's not real.
Not real, yeah. But we do definitely need to get to that place. I also need to buy ammo before we go there. Told your bestie that I was playing the Fantasy of Illusion City and he sent a link to that. Nice! Yeah, you did mention to me that you mentioned me to your friend. I was just like watching your sermon on YouTube and I was like, I was thinking to myself, yeah, imagine those people watching the sermon if they knew that the priest was here when I was fusing demons together on my way to kill God. The secret lives of the clergy. I do appreciate that you can appreciate that. Hello there, Abstractism. We're doing fine, we just started here. Got a bit of a late start. I've been very slow on my days lately. Yeah, I've been very busy with a lot of other stuff as well. You were paid to present Shin Megami Tensei in Europe twice. Right, who better to know about demons than an actual member of the clergy, right? You probably get a bonus when playing those games or something. Alright, I need to find the gun store to replenish my ammo. I need to check what kind of weapon this guy is using. Cash. He's using a shotgun? A buckshot shotgun. And I need to check my ammo. I have a lot of shotgun shells. I have no idea how many he uses at a time. I would like to buy more pistol bullets. And I can sell that suit, probably. You submitted a postdoctoral fellowship application to write your book on Shin Megami Tensei and philosophy. You might have mentioned something along those lines. You do like that in Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall can summon Daedra by being a higher-ranking member of a church. We talked to this guy. Sir, can you get out of the way? I think this might be the shop we want to go into. And this guy doesn't want us to buy guns. Where is Happy Cakes to kick this guy's ass? Oh no, this leads to the okay. You want to go here first. It might be this. Ah, shit. No, this is a general store? No, it is a gun store. Oh, here's the guy. Whoa, if it isn't Cash, you old son of a gun. Oh, it's Doc. Do you have an old Painless with Cameron specs? Yeah, I'd get anything for you. You seem to be doing okay. Thanks to you. Okay, ammo. World of Refined Tastes. What? Pistol bullets. I'll stock up to 500. Like that punk leaning against the wall. There's a lot. There are plenty. The ones that are sideways, they're smoking. You can only smoke sideways in this game. I want to sell this suit. And what the hell is a world of refined tastes? Oh, it's fancy weapons. I'm not spending that kind of dough yet. Come again, Cash. I wonder if this guy only sells to you if Cash is around. Didn't talk to him before. Different world from our world of hurt. What does the punk have to say? Doc should be inside. Oh, Mr. Tianren, can I ask Doc to give me a raise? Yeah, we talked to this guy before. Right, now I don't know where we're supposed to go. But there was another destination we could take with the car, so I'm gonna presume it's that. Can I go here instead? Ah. Little terminal popping up in front of the guy, and then everyone else gets into the car. Currently, the only permitted district is you can use the AV to go to a restricted the Western District and its counterpart, Kowloon District. And the shul.
Knock knock. Who's there? Hands. Hands who? Hands up. You are under arrest.
Structism, congratulations on your 3-stream streak. Reminder to everyone, if you miss a stream and you don't want to drop your streak, you can watch the VOD. I think if you watch it for like 5 minutes, it maintains your streak or something. There's documentation on the Twitch website. Is it the car from Snatcher? It does look like it. Yes, there's a lot of stuff in this game that looks like Snatcher, which is good. In the Shulu area and its counterpart Saikang district of the Nihon district. That's where we want to go to, I'm pretty sure. Shulu. Saikang district. You cannot go to the Shulu area with your ID pass. Currently, the only permitted districts you can use Shulu, Saikang. Why can't we go there? It tells us we can, and then... Snatcher is such a cool game. I think I've only played it once. It's a game I wouldn't mind playing more than once. I'm trying to remember if I played it once or twice. I might have played it twice. No, I think it was only once because I remember getting stuck on the oiling puzzle. Let me talk to the master. See if he gives me any hints. Is anything in the Shulu area? Wait, what were you talking about, the Shulu? The oiling puzzle, yeah. It killed a lot of people. It makes you feel very dumb because it keeps giving you increasingly dumber hints until it just gives up. Like, yeah, whatever, you're dumb. Here's another hint. And here's another hint. It's actually a very well crafted puzzle, and it's not supposed to be hard. I don't know why we all get stuck on it. This game is a work of fiction. Any similarity to actual persons, organizations, or events is purely coincidental. What? Sir, what are you talking about? What do you mean game? Of course, getting anywhere in this game is a bit slow because of the scrolling slowdown. Let me see what it says. If we can even talk to him. Oh, we can't. We can't. If I discuss again, they're just gonna tell me the same thing, right? I need to get to Shulo. I do want to get there. I tried to get into a car to get there, but my ID was not... It did not allow me to go there. Okay, this is the first time we're actually stuck. Which is fine. I don't think it was something I didn't pay attention to. I don't think it's something we talked to. I don't think we need to talk to people randomly out here to figure it out. It's just so weird that, okay, you have to go to this place, you get a card to go there, oh, but your ID is not enabled, and that's all the game gives you. I don't think we've been up here. Oh, this is the fancy vehicle that we can't use, okay. I mean, I can check, but I don't think there's anything up here. Yeah, I'm not gonna fully explore. This is like a spinner, I think it's called. It's not something we have access to yet. This here is the nightclub. Maybe we can get more information here. I doubt it. If order is not to let anyone go through. Remember last time we were here, we had the robot got stuck on the door. And it eventually just gave up. I'm gonna talk to the bartender. I don't think I can. I think everyone is in the way of the bartender. We're indebted to Madame Iron. Okay, I can get through. It's a bit difficult, but we can. Is your usual okay? Uh-huh. Have a chat. Nowadays, there aren't many customers that know the taste of different cocktails, because people only keep asking for brain fuckers. My bartending skills are deteriorating. We have seen the recipe to brain fuckers on the stream, on the first stream, I think, of this game. It looks disgusting. Meat with iron. Understood, just a moment. Please go to the VIP room. Oh, if it isn't that sexy guy from before, what happened to the girl you took out the other day? She was kidnapped, murdered, or something. Slow down. This place is too much. I'm trying to get there. Sir, can you get out of the way? Okay, go behind him. Oh, this is a pain to navigate. Please enter, sir. Okay, that guy doesn't get stuck on the door. Diagonal seating sprites. The guy just... You're sitting wrong, dude. Welcome, come on in. You're Gash, aren't you? After participating in the investigation team of post-catastrophe Hong Kong Special Ops for a certain country, you became a mercenary and fought in various countries. He began during the Third Gulf War and participated in ethnic disputes all over the place and in several refugee wars. At times a hero, at times a rebel. But you were never fighting for money. Is fighting itself maybe a reason for living? Your research has been pretty thorough. Well, I can't be called a first-class informator if I could... Ulort? If I couldn't find out as much as I did about a person such as you. What an honor. And this time, it's the Shuluo area, isn't it? Yep. How would you know that? Excuse me, I unintentionally told Homei about the ritual in the Shuluo area. It was you, madame? Well, you know, she was so very passionate about it. I've got a soft spot for pure-hearted girls like that. So your service was free of charge? Huh? I'll get you registered as an inner for the Shuluo area. And of course, it's free. Thank you for that. Otherwise, you could get soft-locked. If you didn't have the money. Why, sweet Mei Hong, you're getting better at this, you know? Is this different? Officially, the Shuluo area is a nature reserve. Rumor has it that Siva's specimens from failed biological experiments are crawling around inside. These are the smoke and mirror Siva's known for. The popularity of a girl like the priestess especially is going to spur on the increasing numbers of followers who join the Motian sect even more. The current event in the Shulu area is going to be even more spectacular. Shi Tianfei's death doesn't appear to have much effect on their system. Although Siva's CEO position is still vacant, for all intents and purposes, Maspin from the new territories is now handling business. Oh, so the guy we killed was the CEO? And he was one of the legions? Weird. I thought okay, so the CEO is one of the guys, but the guy at the top, the Dark Lord itself, is above the CEO. It's like a separate entity. I might have gotten that wrong before. That's right, one of the Motian 8 legions, Bei Tian Mesmer. Those are statues. It seems Shi Tianfei's death is less important to Siva than the disappearance of his Daza statue. Of course, they haven't acted publicly, but the High Tao still appear to be looking for it. Yeah, it's gone, I deleted it. And about Xiao Mei, the priestess of the ritual referred to before is indeed unmistakably Xiao Mei. I heard she's the spitting image of Homei. Yeah, I would be 100% certain if I could see a photo of or some footage, but as was to be expected, bringing any devices like that wasn't allowed. What about Nantian Li? As usual, still no further news about him. However, I guess there is a window of several months, roughly around the time of Xiao Mei's kidnapping. A lot of people have witnessed Li wield powers beyond all human understanding. He used pretty aggressive methods to find a suitable girl to be a priestess. Apparently, the rituals need to be completed in a limited amount of time. Shi Tianfei. All the border workers who were going in and out of Siva HQ were slowly given the sack. CEO Fei has supposedly died in some kind of accident. It wasn't an accident, it was on purpose. On the other hand, apparently there's a suspicion that a close advisor called Liu Kei has murdered him. No, he helped her escape when she was almost dead. That's the woman from the Infinite Bed. The High Tao seemed to be searching for that guy called Liu Kei. Oh, no. Liu Kei is the guy that helped us escape. It's a different character. I'm not good at keeping track of those names. Shu Luo Di. The name of Shu Luo Di Varla, Empress Varla of the Interwoven Woods, doesn't appear on the list of Siva executives from before the Great Catastrophe. Agent No, her gender is female. Her official position at Siva is Special Advisor. Well, that's just for appearance's sake. Assigned to the Shulu area, Interwoven Woods area, as Director of Preservation, she has a lover. The name of her lover is Duran. He's from the USA and is of Native American descent. She has an American lover, Duran. Valar brought him along when she came to Hong Kong. Well, that's about all I know about her. Alright, finish talking. Yes. This time I was at fault. Of course, there will be no charge. Just a minute. Hey, Tianran, is there any chance she could be a man? What? What? I never checked. I don't know if... I haven't checked. That's good. What? Is something the matter? No, it's nothing. I was just saying you're beautiful. Thank you for the compliment. You are broody and handsome too, you silver fox. Silver fox. This conversation is very strange. Okay, here it is. The inner registration data for the Shulu area. Alright, and now we can go there. Come visit me again, silver fox. See you. Right, now we can't get the car. I'm gonna save when we get there. Saving here would take too long. This sky area reminds me so much of the metro areas in SNS Shadowrun. Man, that game was like isometric view, man. How good is that game? I'm kind of a sucker for isometric perspectives. We charge you 5 Hong Kong students. Payment will be with your credit card. Want it? Thank you very much. Illusion Castle. Alright, intermission scene. Is that the guy that I forgot the name? Because that's the priestess. Yeah, it is Nantian Li. See you later, alligator. Li, when is the next ritual? Soon. Will you be coming for me yourself? I will come and pick you up. I don't know if I'm tormenting you. Tormenting me? I don't understand. I'm sorry. Dots. I will protect you. For that, I'll endure any kind of suffering. I will even fight any enemy. That is the mission I was given. Ooh. The weirdest else. Oh. There's a rotten person there. Shulu area. Shulu Divarla's bedroom. Wait. That rotting person is a oh fuck, it's not a person, it's a couple again. Oh, is that every boss in the game is gonna start with 2 people in bed? Just in time for Guts Flowers. Yes. Hello there, Space Astro Katanjakito. It took me a while to understand that that was a naked lady on top of a guy. And they're rolling in the dirt. Kinky. I'm sorry to disturb you in your sleep, madam. This is Shulu the Varla Empress. Doesn't matter. What is it? I'm naked on top of a guy covered in mud. What do you want? So each of the bosses has been getting it on in the cutscene. So far, yes. Although that's just the second boss. But I'm starting to wonder if that's gonna be every boss. It's like a thing the game does. And the beds are all gigantic and weird. This one is just a litter box. A girl who's believed to be the twin sister of the priestess was searching around in the botanical gardens, so we caught her, madam. Right, the girl that escaped that we were coming after. Is that so? Okay, took her to Shubaodian, the woods sanctuary. Yes, madam. Glad the bosses are enjoying themselves. Yeah, you don't see that often, right? The bosses being intimate on their off time before the boss fight. Last time we had to fight. Okay, she's. Oh. Did you guys see that? And the guy just stands there like a fucking piece of log. Duran, this guy's American. You can tell he's American by his bandana. I don't know. Hardcore nudity, yes. What is it, Varla? Oh, nothing. I was just looking at you. I see. I also like looking at you. What a conversation. I was just looking. I like looking too. This is a whole meme about how the villains in a lot of shows have very romantic relationships with the heroes. Yeah, they're uncomplicated, right? They're just happy. They have healthy, stable relationships so they can focus on work. Oh, she climbs on top of her again. Oh, I wish you could do this forever. Varla? Stop. This is cinematic. Just people watching online. Please quit. Cease and desist. Yeah, these animations are so fucking unnecessary. It's perfect. Dun, 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 dun. Hello there, Muzi Fate. Slightly different tile set. Those who have lost their way and those who are weak should surely believe in Motian. Your doubts will surely be overcome and strength shall reside within you. Okay. Any cybernetics yet? No. No cybernetics either. I mean, that guy has a big ass armor and he has a patch on one of his eyes, so maybe there's cyborg insides in him. Oh look, a car. Yeah, this game is surprisingly light on cyberpunk elements. Other than, you know, futuristic corporate greed. We're thinking about how in Gundam Wing, a series you generally don't like, but have to acknowledge its impact, the villain Zax Marquis has a very positive relationship with Noin. That's good. I mean, you need to... That's good because you're sending the message that as long as you have healthy relationships and proper communication, you can achieve anything you want. Even genocide. Well, here Yue frequently wants to murder Rolina. Right, it's also sending the message that you can still be the hero of your own story even if you engage in domestic violence. Holy fuck, that's fucked. It's kind of more common this way, sadly. Yeah. The guy has no shirt. Within an organization, each person has his or her own domain and role. I am aware that there is a line that shouldn't be crossed. What? You like my can-do genocide outlook? Yes. I mean, you need to remain positive. Like, don't let your dreams be dreams. Remember, love, when we first got together and you just wanted to kill everyone? We're so passionate when you talked about them as being some kind of lower beings undeserving of life. I miss those days. Keep out. It says keep out in English over there. So few pixels and they still managed to shove in a word. Oh, that looks like possibly a terminal? Yes. Area information. There is a hotel to the west. The EV station came from to the southeast. A lift to the northwest. I think that's where we want to go. And a Fuso lane, whatever the fuck a Fuso lane is. So it's either northwest or south for us. I don't think we care about the hotel. Yeah, no, we are full on everything. We slept at home. It's fine. So it's either northwest or south for us. Let's see here. This might be the lift. It is. And this is what's gonna take us to the, yes, Chulo area, Shubaldian, the Woods Sanctuary. New music. It's very good music. It's very good music. Tell me, where did you take my sister to? This is the girl that fled over here trying to find a priestess. Well, aren't you quite a spirited girl? You can rest assured. She's the only girl who can take on the role of priestess for the ritual. Even you, her twin sister, cannot replace her. Therefore, she'll be treated with the greatest of care until all of the rituals are completed. Until the rituals are completed? Yes, and then we kill her. Even we don't know what will happen when they're completed. I guess we'll probably never know either. Harumph! I'm sure Mei Hong and the others will come and save me. Is that right? You have friends! I don't. If so, let me get rid of you and those friends of yours in one go. Until then, you can scream at the top of your lungs all you want. Ha! 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 Give the governor a harumph. Yes. You horrible old hag! Take the girl! She called the lady a hag. That's the utmost crime. Let me go! Battle axe! What? What? Why did you say battle axe? I thought she was gonna do like a special attack move or something. Varla, do you sense that? The forest is stirring. And then she turns to him and says, Is that you trying to tell me that you got wood? The forest is stirring. Not now, I'm busy. I have to work. You think Battle Axe is an insult for an older woman? What? Do it for a play. My lady, the forest is stirring. Are you sure? Yes, I speak for the woods. Very aggressive and hostile woman. Are you kidding me? You mean that's an idiom in actual English? Norm MacDonald has a bit where he referred to his wife as Old Battle Axe. I have never a single time ever heard of that. What? If someone called me a Battle Axe, oh, that's fucking awesome. Why is that an insult? It's not used anymore, it's like from the 30s. Yeah, I guess. It is an English idiom. Alright, thank you guys for the culture. I learn a little new thing every stream. I'm not afraid of anything if you're around with your wood. And they had sex again. He's the master of the woods. New song. It's a bit farty. Just a little bit farty. It's not Genesis farty, but it is a bit farty. I know of him using it on a bit with Conan O'Brien. Glad they're enjoying each other in the woods. Yes, they are. Current area, Shulo area. Direct connecting lift to the Saikung district in the center of this area. Right, the lift we just came off from. Shulo is like the upper area and Saikung is the lower area. So Saikung is like the original name of the places that actually exist. I think Tink clarified that for us. Where his goal is basically to waste all his precious talk show time with old-timey stories. I mean, it's a good waste, I guess. Motian Sect, the Shulo area branch is northeast. Botanical Gardens, a no trespassing zone, is north. Northeast and then north, and we are on center. You go northeast first. Oh, look. That's pretty good. Oh, it's not only pretty good, it has parallax. Did you notice that the cars, there's parallax with the cars? That's so fucking fancy. This game is very fancy. Parallax on MSX, yeah, and it almost gets to 10 FPS. Forgive us, the ritual that is underway is restricted to a designated group of followers. If you're just coming to pay homage at this temple, please come back again later. Ah, they're at the doors, I can't go in from here. Got a new BMW, they want to charge you an extra $256 per month to enable parallax. Okay, that's pretty good. I thought you were gonna bring another different subject and you actually bought a BMW or something. That's pretty good, thank you. That was unexpected. Very topical, very modern commentary. I thought you were gonna say they wanted to charge you for heated seats or some shit because that's what they're doing right now, right? Are you going to the multi-insect ritual? Ah, I would also go if only I didn't have to work. Then again, it's dangerous beyond the barricade. Well, I think I'll be alright if you are a diver. We are a diver, yes. S-class diver with 0 experience. EDC is definitely the jab, yeah. Got a load of this guy. Okay, we got the forest restricted area background. This area probably has enemies. BMW actually waited for you to walk by before leaving the parking garage the other day. Expected to just zoom out. Yeah, the problem with BMW is that everything in it is like an option that you have to pay extra for, and people don't want to shell out for the blinkers. Yeah, here comes an enemy. You know, the day I sit down on a car that has heated seats, I'm probably being taken by like some governmental agency from another country to my death or something. Like, that's the only way I see that ever happening. Like, I pissed off the wrong people in the wrong country and they shove me like some black van or some shit. That's the only way. I doubt. I would be surprised if there is even a single car with that feature in my country that belongs to someone from my country. We were in the Sac forest. Yes, I know what you meant. You're a Toyota fan. I mean, Toyota is great, like Japanese cars in general. I drive a Chinese car from a company that has recently surpassed Tesla as the biggest car manufacturer in the world. And because of lobbying in the United States, most Americans have never heard of it. Oh, it's 5 bullets per shot. And it's only singles, okay. We certainly don't use their blinkers. Yeah, it's optional. And it's expensive, probably. Steering wheel cooler might actually be valuable, but not a heater. You don't need a steering wheel cooler. You turn on the AC, it blows up on your hands. Like, usually in the summer, my hands are freezing because of the AC. If I don't remember to, like, push the fans away. New cars are cool as heck, but the current market is disgusting, trying to squeeze blood from a stone. That kind of shit is not yet down here because people will not be able to afford it. So like, my car has a truckload of fanciness in it because it's a Chinese manufacturer, and they're just like, here's a car at a fair price with fancy shit in it. The other manufacturers are pissed off. They try to lobby against them, but they lost, which means we won. All the CEOs are jerks. Yep. Otherwise they wouldn't be CEOs. Like, you don't get... Found another old coin, still don't know what that's for. You don't get to be a CEO without being a psychopath. Like, it doesn't work like that. Now, Mei Hong has very little health in general because she's just level 4. And I'm going to change to a pistol. I don't think we need AoE damage. Handgun. It's not the air, but the sun on the steering wheel. I really like my car. Like, I drove a car that was like the standard, which is it is basically nothing in Brazil. And then recently I got a Chinese car, and suddenly I can turn it on remotely with my cell phone. Oh, it's hot. I'm gonna turn on the AC before I get to the car. And then a car that is like 2 grand cheaper than that, it has like a freaking manual, like it's the most basic shit ever. I bought the second cheapest EV that I could, and it had everything just because it's Chinese. The others can't even compete. My town is crawling with Chinese cars now. It used to be like once every blue moon. Now it's scrolling like 1 in 5 cars is Chinese. Touch screens are dumb. Yes, I hate them. I mean, it's good to have them, but it's bad to need them for basic functionality. I can't control the cooling in my car without the touchscreen. That's dumb. That's a problem with every modern car, basically. The difference between engineering and reliability. You drive a BMW. I've only seen BMWs at a distance. I've never been inside one. Electric vehicles are freaking cool. And Musifate disagrees. I freaking love electrical vehicles. Personally, they're so much cheaper. Like, to maintain, like, taxes are lower on them in general. At least where I live. Instead of spending a truckload on... Mayhong died. I might have to reload. Can I deal with her being dead? I can. Fine. Like, instead of spending a truckload of money on gas, I drive it for free because I got solar panels in my home. Maintenance is a lot cheaper because it has less shit in it. Like, you pop open the hood, there's like 2 small boxes in it, that's it. Doesn't even have an exhaust pipe. I'm living the life. I mean, I swear to God, this car, it was time to change, to replace our car. Our previous one was pretty old. I got one of the cheapest cars available. That's the upside of buying Chinese stuff, I guess. The solar panels were also like, we did the math. It would pay itself out in like a year or so. So like, it has already paid for itself by now. So it was like a no-brainer to have it. Mayhong leveled up good. Electrical vehicles came out at the same time, which probably were standard as cool as they may be. Ah, right, Musifate, that argument, I get it. The right to repair, like random manufacturers marry these things together, you need to, but they did. You don't look at it in isolation. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna buy a new car, that's gonna happen on any new car. Right. We have different opinions on that. Like, as much as I agree with you on that sort of stuff, you know that I'm at a point where I have given up on caring too much. Like, I'm too old to care about that stuff. I just want to live my life, I guess. I'm at a point that it... Can you please... Like, I pay enough attention to vote properly. And that's about it. Like, I'm too tired to do anything else. Electric happens with all of them because of when they came out. Right, which is why I'm saying, like, new car, if you buy a new car. Because the car market in Brazil is way too different from the car market in, like, the US, where you can buy a very cheap used car. Used cars down here are stupid expensive. Like, my car is like 2 years old, and I can sell it for almost the same price I bought it for. It has developed like 10% or something. Used cars maintain their value a lot down here, so like... Stop renaming him to Robert. Robert, you should see how much junk email I get that was addressed to a Robert and someone misspelled it at some point. You're older, but you get the tutorial thing. Yeah, like I agree with you, and I'm glad that people that care about things like you exist and do things, and I know I should do better. Maybe in another life. Like, I got into a point and like, I don't know if this argument is going to sound dumb or weird or what, but I'm at a point where I have decided that I do not own the planet. I have nothing to do with the planet. I got here, it was a fucking mess. I'm just passing by. I'm a tourist in this world. Okay, I'm living it just as bad as I found it, and I'm just glad that I don't have to stay here forever. Like, I'm just passing by. For those of you who actually own the place and are gonna stick around after I'm gone, like, you know, good luck. I'm just trying to have as little impact as possible and just be out of here before everything goes to shit any further. You're looking at work. Alright, so fair. I think I wasn't here anymore yesterday when you came back, right? Sorry about that. Hello there, Kibitz. Robert Cop. If you have old cars from the 80s and 90s still... Yeah, no, down here, yes. Like, they have cars from the 70s, from the 60s down here, like... They have really old shit running on the... There is a thing in Brazil where if a car is like really fucking old, it doesn't pay taxes anymore, like 20, 30 years old or something, and then you don't pay taxes. So there are people that actually buy old cars so they don't have to pay taxes on it every year. So they're just polluting the environment because they're all emitting a lot of garbage, but you know, they're cheaper. Yeah, the used car prices suck for my situation eventually. It's kind of cool for my country, just less throwaway culture mentality. Yeah, in a way it is a reflection of that as well. Like, people sell their old phones all the time. People buy used phones all the time as well. Like, when I replaced my phone because the old one wouldn't hold the battery for the entire day, I didn't throw away my previous one. I still have it, I use it for things sometimes. Like when I did the coffee making stream, I used it as a secondary camera. I still have like my... I showed you guys my stupid old phone that can run J2ME games, flip phone. If it is working, we usually don't throw it out. I might not have a use for it right now, but... who knows? Sort of last 90s car a few years ago, I have an early 2000s now. I'm only on my second car. Like, I got my first car, I was in my mid-30s, because cars are too fucking expensive down here. I had a 2002 Ford Focus SVT and was the coolest car I ever had. Ford Focus cars are cool, yes. I had a car that was not available in the US, I think it was like Brazil and India, that is very similar to a Ford Focus in a few ways. It was a Ford Ka. The model that I got was similar to a Ford Focus. The original Ford Ka models were like way more compact. Good high output engine, a durable 5-speed transmission. Yeah, my Ford Ka was like 1.5 liters size of the engine. You had like 3 cylinders, I think, and each one is like half a liter, which is like optimal size. And then you had a mobile whatever thingamajig to keep it from vibrating. It's a very good car. I loved it. We replaced it because it was getting to a point where it's going to start devaluing too much too fast. And we wanted to go electrical to save money. We're saving so much money. Man, that car is almost gonna pay by itself just in gas prices alone. dual batteries can be a bit of a time bomb. Yeah, tell that to my PSP. My PSP, the battery just bulged. My PSP has a bulge and it's not a good kind of bulge. This is a lot for you to replace a phone. The idea of people rushing out to replace with every iteration seems bonkers to you. I am itching to replace my phone. I've mentioned that before. I've never had an itch to replace a phone because money. Now I have an itch to replace my phone, but the thing is, I checked the next model. Right, this is a Motorola G84. It was succeeded by the G85 and then by the G86. And so I did a comparison of this game with the G86, which is the equivalent model 2 years later. Nothing changed! It has like a higher resolution and that's it. So why would I replace it? In the end, I'm gonna replace this phone when the battery doesn't last a day. Which is what I usually do, which takes like 4 or 5 years to happen. I realized that I just wanted a newer phone because it would be fancy. I kinda want to get that Motorola flip phone, but I can't justify spending money on it. I can't get phones very cheap. There is like a bug with my phone provider where I can get like 60% off on any phone because they think I have an expensive plan with them. Like, I pay about 20 bucks a month for my cell phone plan. The kind of discounts they offer me, you needed to have like 100 bucks a month on a plan. But they're offering it to me, I don't know, I think it's broken. It's been broken for a while, I don't argue. I just make use of their cheap phones. All I have to do is to promise them I'll stick with them for a year, paying for a plan. They don't even offer plans this cheap anymore. I don't know what's going on with them. I shouldn't be saying this out loud. Oh, Tianren is poisoned. That's new. It's not a good kind of bulge. Yes, there is a good kind of bulge. It's not that one. They are replaceable, but when it bulged, it broke the hinge on the battery holder. It is there, I could fix it, but I decided to just not touch it. I needed to get a Vita anyway, and I play my PSP games on my Vita. That's how I streamed Patapon. It's close to the phone you use, it's Great Berry headphone jack.
That's a penis.
Yes, that is what I was talking about. Thank you for clarifying. Yeah, my G84 does have a headphone jack that I have never used. That's the thing, like, I get the argument for a headphone jack, I really do. I haven't used a headphone jack on a phone for the last 10, 15 years. I'm happy to have it, I'm just not using it. And I do think it can take an SD card, but that's also another thing that I'm glad that it has, but I've never ever used an SD card slot on a phone. Like, I can store like, what, 100 gigs on this thing? Or 80? I don't even know how... Let me check. Let me check storage. Where do I check storage? How do I check the storage? This thing has 256 gigabytes of storage. I've used 95. And I've used 95 because I don't delete anything ever. I really don't need an SD card on a phone. Tell you about my good bulge, I can't do that because of TOS. I'm sorry. You guys will have to dream about it. Okay, what about the poison situation? Status, personal data, Tianren. It doesn't say poison here. Is that gone with the battle? The hinge is borked, yes. Was that ever on DS? No, Patapon 1, 2, and 3 were all only released on the PSP at first, and then they released remakes, or re-releases, or just remasters or rebundles, whatever, for the PS4, I think, and now for PC. But only for 1 and 2, the third one is still stuck on the PSP. No idea if it is good. It looked good when I checked, but I didn't play it. I played the original for the PSP on stream. I want to stream the second and the third ones eventually. SD card used for local media library. I don't have any reason to carry media on my phone. I've never watched, like, I know people sometimes watch, like, series or movies on their phones. I would never do that. I hear people play games on their phones, like, what's wrong with them? Oh, Little Panther. I mean, I'm happy that people have the option. I think people should have access to a headphone jack and SD card slot on their phones. Absolutely do. And I would actually, not exaggerating, like I would pay more for a phone that has those, just to make that a feature that is standard. Like, as long as before buying those phones, they're gonna keep making that. So if I'm looking at phones and the main difference between them is that one has those things, I'll buy that just to keep those as options on phones. I personally have no use for them. Just checking, could you use your 3DS for any newer games? Not for the Patapon ones, no. I don't think the 3DS will be capable of PSP emulation. You're apparently around halfway through Luigi's Mansion. It's fun as heck. Yeah, you were talking about that, trying to find more DS games to play on your 3DS, right? If you haven't played Dawn of Sorrow, and you like Metroidvanias, that game is phenomenal. You play Balatro on phone, that kind of game is very good on the phone. I still wouldn't play it. Like, I've tried playing games on phones. I've tried playing games on phones multiple times. It's a horrendous experience for me. It's not for me. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's not for me. Play chess on your phone while you're waiting at a cafe. Fancy. Fancy, we got someone who is fancy who plays chess to pass the time. All sorts, songs, audiobooks, podcasts, shows, movies, mostly shows you rewatch to fall asleep. Alright. No, fair enough. Like, I can understand the need for it. Like I said, it's just not for me. I've never ever put a single SD card on a phone. You don't play Terraria on DS? Was that a good port? Fancy. I never thought about that. Was it really on the DS? Oh, new enemies. A colony. I need to heal cash at some point. You didn't want to try some Metroidvanias? Dawn of Sorrow is phenomenal. It's also on Steam nowadays. I played it on the DS. It's phenomenal. It was like my first one, and it's... And I still think that Symphony of the Night is better, but by very little. You tried Dragon Quest III SNES recently, lost interest real quick. Really? I finished that game. The SNES version. I thought it was fantastic. Did you play the first and second Dragon Quests before it, though? Because it does wrap up that trilogy pretty goddamn well, and it is part of the reason I enjoyed it. The DS version of Chrono Trigger is very good. You could play the DS versions of Ace Attorney games. You should play a Professor Layton if you haven't. Give it a chance. Never finished it, and I've only got one bad ending on Chrono Trigger when I rented the game. I've I've been saving myself to play the game again for a while. Same as Final Fantasy VI, I never finished it. Never played Dragon Quest 1 and 2. I think the entire trilogy is amazing. I think Dragon Quest 1 is as good as it is, and as much as people talk about it and still play to this day, and has a very good randomizer. I actually think that game is, believe it or not, I think that game is underrated. Because it's a traditional JRPG with towns and an overworld and dungeons and darkness with turn-based battles that is single character turn parties. It's the only game on the Dragon Quest series that is a single character party. So that game is like supposed to be alongside stuff like the first Final Fantasy and the first Phantasy Star, and it's the only one that is a single character game of those. And the balance, that game is incredibly well balanced in my opinion, and it has a lot of dynamic stuff with the spell blocking and other things that you can do that is hard to pull off with just one character. Because you can only do one thing per turn. And then you don't want to be casting spells. I don't know, I really like that game, I think it's incredibly solid. People hate Dragon Quest 2. I don't get it, I liked it. I know it does have that one very grindy part near the end. I don't think it's reason enough to dislike the game. Regular Metroid does have a lot of haters. I don't know, man, I fucking love Metroid and Metroidvanias in general. People get angry at Symphony of the Night for ruining Castlevania sometimes. I don't know. I don't think they would be making classic Vanias instead of Metroidvanias. I don't think they replaced classic Vanias. I think they would just have ignored the franchise altogether. Realistically speaking. They're not your thing. No, that's fair. Those games are not for everyone. When I played Ace Attorney, I thought, why am I trying this game? It's a fucking visual novel, like, why would I do this to myself? That game was so much fun, man. I was hooked all the way through. I want to replay it and get to the other ones. I only played the first one. Bloodstained. If you can stomach all the anime, it's pretty good. Symphony of the Light, I don't like change. Careful with that kind of opinion down here. We're gonna draw some ire from other members in chat. You guys want a good, fun, action-oriented original Metroidvania? Play Guacamelee. That game was so unassumingly fun and enjoyable to me. Metroid NES, better than 2 on Game Boy, better than... Ooh. Oh no, you're not saying better, you're saying the order, okay. If you're going to play the original Metroid, you should play the GBA version. Zero Mission. Talked about that before. It's a good version of it, and the added content is actually very good. I usually don't like extended content in those games. I did like the one in Zero Mission very much. The Aliens Metroidvania, I think I've seen that. I think it's actually pretty decent. I might end up running out of mana here. I wonder if I should leave and heal and save. Exxon Verge is fantastic. It has a sequel, right? The GBA won the best version of 1? I think so, yes. That is my opinion. Again, like I said, I don't like extra content in those kind of remakes. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go back and heal and save. I'm gonna play it safe, chat. I'm not a fan of added content usually. Like, I played Dragon Quest IV, the DS version, it's outstanding. But then it has extended content, which I did for completion's sake, and it was horrible. It was garbage. And that's usually how it goes for that kind of added content. But the one for Zero Mission was pretty good. It really made... It somehow made the original feel incomplete to me. It fell off the radar. The sequel to Axiom Verge. Wasn't one of those games like exclusive to EGS or something? I might be mixing my channels. Find a way to play Metroid Zero Mission is a better way to play the first Metroid. Yeah, I played Zero Mission on my DS. I have a GBA flash card that is specific to the DS Lite. It sits flush with the console, it's pretty good, so I played it there. Not good at those, want to try them. If they came up with new software, it was cut content. I think it's unlikely for it to be cut content, considering it was like for the NES. I don't think they could have fit that stuff in there. Big Fighter Plus, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Welcome everyone from Fighter Plus's channel. I'm Cooper. I stream most days of the week around these times. We are doing Illusion City. Yenei Toshi for the MSX, which is a very good cyberpunk magic JRPG released only in Japan and received the fan translation 4 months ago. It's outstanding. Freaking love it. Welcome in everyone, what were you doing? One of the Sailor Moon games on the Super Famicom. Those games are surprisingly solid. How was your stream, my friend? Did you enjoy yourself? Tell me all about it. You don't think it handles your gripes of the original Metroid and how disappointing sub-bosses fights are? It has some very interesting stuff on the extra content when it comes to bosses. But I don't know, I had no problem with the bosses. You got a 3-string streak. Nice! Congratulations. You got Twilight Menu running recently. You can play recent DS games again. Super hyped. Means you can play the games you lost like Go and Done and Chrono Trigger. Nice. You hate Metroid. Alright. I'm surprised by how divisive Metroid can be. Cyberpunk and Magic Shadowrun. Yes, I did talk about how much this game reminds me of Shadowrun. I've actually streamed all 3 classic Shadowrun games before. SNES, Genesis, and Sega CD. I freaking love Shadowrun games. It's one of the reasons I was attracted to this one. I'm a bit lost here. I think it's Metroid Zero Mission. It was good? Alright. Glad to hear. You beat Metroid Prime 4 yesterday. No spoilers, please. I don't know, man. The Metroid Prime games don't feel as good to me as the 2D ones. 2D perspective ones. I tried to play the first Metroid Prime and I lost interest really fast. But I do want to give it another shot. Playing the first in Luigi's Mansion series on the 3DS seems like the ideal way to play. I think for the original Luigi's Mansion, it is the best way to play it, yes. By the way, this slowdown is part of the experience. The MSX has no hardware scrolling, so I have to deal with this. This game is very on your radar. It should be. If you like Shadowrun, if you were interested at all when you watched me stream La Place Noma This game lands somewhere between the two, and it's very good. And it's surprisingly linear. What I'm doing right now is I came back here, I want to put down a save. And I want to heal up, restore my mana. Eventually, I'd like to get various screens and replace them. Are you one of those people who are like, oh, the DS has too much ghosting, I want to get a screen that has no ghosting? Which is fine, but I prefer the original look. Playing GBA games on the DS Lite actually has the advantage that it has slightly less ghosting. Where is the hospital? Not the hospital, the hotel. Wait, didn't this thing tell me where the hotel is? Was the hotel on the lower part? It might have been. Because it doesn't say anything about a hotel here. Alright, Big Fighter Plus, thank you once again for the raids. We do post-stream care is very important. Have a drink. Eat something, maybe. There's a change to the Zero Mission Craig fight that I think takes a lot away from when you find Craig in Super Metroid. Interesting. I did play that before I played Super Metroid. Because I have the TN screens, kinda want to upgrade them to IPS. I don't even know which ones I have. Never thought a person like that would exist in this bleak age. You should also believe the teachings of the Motian sect. I don't. But I'll keep that in mind. Is this the hotel? It looks like it, yes. No, it isn't. Just window shopping, stop coming here. No, this is the equipment shop. Not equipment, like I think they sell medicine or some shit. It's a drugstore of some kind. I do need to find a hotel. This is it. Got it. Staying the night? Yes. Next one for spoiler reasons. Fine. It's valid to play the Metroids in release order to play regular Metroid first, Zero Mission after Super. I do believe in playing games in the release order, even if there is like a prequel somewhere, because they're usually built around that. Just like movies, like you shouldn't watch, if you never watched Star Wars, you shouldn't watch episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that order. You should watch in the order of release. It is more enjoyable that way. But yeah, where was the lift? Is this the lift? I don't think this is the lift. No. That's a lot of Metroiding in order to expect someone wants to play them all. Yeah, I do want to play them all in order of release, and when it comes to something like you can play NES Metroid or Zero Mission, I just opted for Zero Mission and that's it. Satisfied. Like Final Fantasy VII, I haven't played Final Fantasy VII yet. When I decide to go for it, I'm probably gonna go for the original and just ignore the remake completely. The remake feels dumb. I'm sure it's a good game, but it feels dumb. It was split in 3 parts. I have zero respect for companies that do that shit. Yeah, this is the lift. Eventually we'll get to them. Yeah, I tell myself the same thing. We can't delude ourselves together. In that case, we'll do them in release order. It's usually the better way to do that stuff, yes. Just enjoying catch up with the games on this device. Yeah, no, that's... There is no wrong way to enjoy things. You might cheat yourself out of some enjoyment, depending on how you do it, but... You know, you're the only one who can tell if that's like a good enough reason for you to do things a certain way. Like, for example, Dragon Quest 3. They were releasing the remakes on Steam, right, recently. And they released 3 first, if I'm not mistaken. That's bad for your enjoyment, for your full enjoyment of those games, because 3 should be played after 1 and 2, despite being technically a prequel. It was released afterwards, and it should be played. It should be played after 1 and 2. It is a better experience like that. Rhythm Heaven. I've played Rhythm Heaven Fever a lot. It's one of my favorite games on the Wii. Metroid Fusion is good, like Zero Mission is super more. I think Fusion is the next one on my list. She is on the GBA. Easy to move forward the quality of life and then backwards. That too, that's also a big reason why I do. If I want to play all the games in a series, I prefer to start with the old ones because of quality of life stuff that makes it difficult to go backwards. Like the reason I'm doing the Patrician first. It's nearly impossible to go back to the Patrician after you've played 2. According to what most people say, and I believe it. Like Might and Magic, like you play World of Zing, now go back to the first one. It's gonna be not too easy. But there is a downside to that, which is the fact that you're never gonna play modern games in certain series because you're just never gonna get to them. Like, I would love to play Shin Megami Tensei 5 and see what they're doing with that franchise nowadays. Realistically speaking, I'll not be alive long enough to get to that game. It's just a fact of life. You know that feel, yeah. So sometimes on some games I will make exceptions. Like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are some of my favorite games of all time. I freaking love those. I haven't played every single Zelda game. I skipped a few together. I ran out of ammo! Okay, cancel everything, we have to go back. And get a lot of ammo for him. He uses 5 shots at a time, it's horrendous. The ammo mechanic is good, but it's also annoying. Still too early personally. Yeah, I mean, I'll get to that eventually. Like, a lot of those games, the modern ones, have some bullshit attached to them, which makes it easier for me to just wait until it gets to the point where I have to play them. So it's fine either way. Two main paths, or a release or best in a series, not convince you want to enter this series. Fine, that sounds very reasonable. Alright, we have to go back and I have to buy a truckload of ammo apparently. Like, we barely played with this guy and he already ran out of ammo because he spends a lot. As some Zelda games have finished either. I've played enough Ocarina of Time to beat it 3 times, but I never did. And I still cannot decide which version of it to play. I actually have a physical copy of the 3DS version, but I'm not convinced I should play that one instead of the Nintendo 64 one. Also have it on card too. Yeah, it's one of the very few 3DS games I have on card. Another few days of current time is Loon 2. Yeah, technically, yes. It was a good upgrade, never be because someone stole your 3DS. Alright, now let me know if I need to break someone's legs. That's horrible. You don't do that shit, man. Oof, to say the least. Get out of the way, person. Saddest reasons for not beating a game, it is. Holy fuck, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I need to find a gun shop. The area information thingy does not tell you where the shops are. This is nothing. Insurance? Car breaking? Insurance give you money back and you bought a Switch, it's cool. This person has insured a portable console. Round of applause. So the 3DS Auto Ocarina Collector's game. Oh, collector, someone is fancy. Both versions of Ocarina prefer the 3DS due to the quality of life improvements. And maybe I should play the 3DS version. Oh, this is the EV station. Okay, I'm gonna follow the left wall until I find the gun shop. I'll also be... ah, shit. Oh, this is nothing, it's just a passage. Never had any 3DS captain in the box. Oh, one of those people. Buys games to increase their value and keep them sealed so they can sell it later. Disgusting. I'm just kidding. Yeah, sure can rest. It's pretty cheap. Dumbass gave away your rare games along with the DS Lite, didn't play much at the time. Chrono Trigger DS, Front Mission DS. Chrono Trigger DS, I hear it's pretty fucking expensive. The Golem of video games, holy. Oh, now you're just hyperbole out the ass here. I mean, that Golem game was destined to be garbage anyway. Like, it was a dumb concept from the get-go. I don't think a good game could be made out of that. Like, who the fuck wants to play a stealth game as Golem? Seriously. My precious. Okay, you have been here already. Okay, maybe this shop has ammo. Let me check. Where else do we hyperbole if not the internet? I guess. Hyperbole... super hyper highway. Yeah, no, this is the store that sells ammo, or whatever. Okay, so shotgun shells. I need almost all my money on that. Oh, it gives you a discount if you buy a lot. Let me buy some pistol bullets. Alright, we get discounts if we buy a lot. Love for Zelda is pretty unreal to you. It's like Turtle Swift fans. I mean, I can't speak for others, but... And I don't like being like this, but unfortunately Zelda in general just speaks to my soul. I just... I still have my old SNES. I mean, let me show you what I still have. I don't know if I can reach it. I can't reach it without a stepladder. But I have this old Zelda Link to the Past poster that came with my SNES. I don't have my SNES anymore, but I still have that poster. Even looking at the thing gets me a little bit emotional, man. I'm sorry, I'm a bit of a simp for Zelda. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's good, you should play it. I'm not gonna be a Taylor Swift fan about it. But, like, in private, I fucking love this series. I got that huge book that I showed you guys the other day about it. I don't know, I struggle to think of a series of games I have more fondly in my heart than Zelda, and yeah, I shouldn't be like that, I'm sorry. Just go. I haven't played Green Dawn yet. I want to. Allowed to feel and enjoy things. Yeah, I just say that a lot, right? Let people enjoy things. I remember 2 years ago when I was playing Rise of the Triad on stream, and this kid came along and, oh, this game is cool, old games, etc. And then at some point he was like, you know, I like Fortnite, but I don't say it, I don't mention it because people bully me for it. I'm like, dude, as long as you're not wasting money on microtransactions because that shit is predatory as fuck, you're allowed to enjoy things. Life is too short for you to not enjoy things. I fully support you playing your Fortnite. Just be reasonable about spending money. Not even say don't spend money on microtransactions, just be responsible about it. So yeah, we are allowed to enjoy things. I really played any Zelda games other than Link Between Worlds, never had any others. Yeah, first Zelda game I played was Link to the Past, when it was new. And that game stuck with me, man, that... I have a long history with Zelda games. From nostalgia to modern enjoyment, it's all over it. Final Fantasy VI was another one. Like, it was like the first game that I played that felt like huge and epic. And like really focused on storytelling. Played it as a kid, it was like transformative experiences as well. I haven't played Link's Awakening. From what my understanding, it's one of the better Zeldas. It's actually the next on my list. I'm gonna be playing the Switch version of it. Should get that started at some point, but my queue of games to play just only grows. How do I feel about that? You mean Link's Awakening? If that's what you asked, I've just answered yes. I haven't played it yet, but I heard it's one of the best Zeldas. I'm one of those guys that is weird enough to really like Zelda 2. I think that game is a lot of fun. It doesn't feel like Zelda, but it's very fun on its own right. Like that Zelda 2 is a game that I like for what it is. Like, not because it's a Zelda game. Like, it's an action RPG, I like action RPGs. Seventh Saga. Too hard, couldn't get. My first JRPG was technically Phantasy Star. In that game, I also have a soft spot for that game. The Master System one. It was... I have a soft spot for it for many reasons, one of which was the first game that I played that I couldn't understand what was going on as far as games with a lot of text go, because that game was actually translated to Brazilian Portuguese. Ultima 3. I played Ultima 4 as a kid. I was amazed by it, although I couldn't understand anything because of the language barrier. This is Zelda 2 music slaps, yes. You got lost and gave up. I surprisingly managed, like, Zelda 1, there were a few points where I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna look it up. Zelda 2 I managed to beat it without looking anything up, which was surprising to me. Mountain Air too mazy for you. I usually say with this kind of game you need to be in the right mood. Just like what I'm playing right now, you have to be in a certain mood for this kind of game, otherwise it's gonna be boring and grindy. Like this kind of turn-based combat JRPG, I like turning off my brain. Just going with the flow. Like pick a wall, follow the wall, keep doing battles, manage resources. And just have a conversation like we're doing. Not the bees, yeah, the bees. Not for difficulty, but for tedium. Right, the knights, I think they were the most annoying thing about Zelda 2. It's been a few years since I've played it. The thing you need a guy for Zelda 2 is to find a hidden village, didn't know you could destroy trees with a hammer. I think there is a hint in-game about that. And when I play a game like that, when I play a Zelda game, I write down a truckload of notes. It's like Megami Tensei level of note writing. Because, like, I'd rather spend 5 hours writing down notes than 10 minutes lost. It's also satisfying as fuck to figure things out. Done sitting on the clock. I think I know the clip you're referring to. I think you need, just not as nice as your couch, but you've had worse. You have said on worse things than a clock. You agree with the notes, yeah. And that's one thing that I fucked up with my playthrough of Ocarina of Time on the 3DS. The 3DS has a note writing system in the device, and I decided to use that for playing the game, and that was a mistake. Writing down notes on the 3DS is horrendous, because you write with the stylus and shit. So next time I play the game, I'll do my regular handwritten notes. I just really didn't want, like, I have a 3DS with a large screen, and if I play the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time, I might play it on an emulator just so I can not have to be, I don't like playing portable devices. So annoying. Just need something. You love writing small bits of the DS stylus, like Professor Layton puzzles, Sudoku, other long notes. Yeah, on Ocarina of Time I had like multiple notes because each note was like one screen. And it was a bitch to keep track of shit and browsing through the notes. And that kind of turned me off the game. The clock used light colors to make the spaciousness look larger. hungry again. I had food today, more than I should have. It doesn't matter, my body is like, you ate nothing, I'm hungry. You ate a lot, I'm still hungry. Doesn't matter how much I eat, the hunger is the same. And then the body's like, why don't you give me food? Because you don't stop complaining either way. Might as well not eat anything. Mei-Hong really needs to catch up on levels. Well, she's almost caught up. Final Fantasy Tactics style games. I have streamed 2 games that have that. One was the Sega CD Shadowrun, but it doesn't, it's just like 20% of the game is that. And the other one was Exaform, which was a jacket game in a lot of ways, but it was fascinating. I think it was suggested by La Folie. So overall, I did enjoy that game, although it was not very well balanced, in my humble opinion. And I've also played the first Fire Emblem, which was okay, but I really had to push myself to finish it. I wasn't... Halfway through the game, I was like, alright, I just want to end this, I'm not enjoying it. These Gaia games... I have to get to this Gaia at some point. Really complain when it goes off. Quite a start when one is lounging. Wait, this is the entrance. So I followed the walls. So wherever we have to go is in the middle. One of those places that you can't just follow a wall. Which is a funny thing to say, right? Follow a wall, follow a wall. It almost sounds like I don't know how to speak English. Which I kind of don't, but... I can act pretty well. Like, some other day someone I know was like, oh, I actually watched your stream the other day just out of curiosity. Which is weird as balls, right? When someone you know in real life watches your stream. That's like when your parents come watch you do a presentation at school or something. It's really awkward. And they were like, no, your English is really good. And I'm like, what? You sure you got the right channel? Hello, yes. Played a couple of these Gaia games. They want to play this series. Yeah, there's some these Gaia games are still stuck in PS3 jail, I think. At least one of them, I think. I have it loaded up on... I have 2 PS3s. My original one, and then I got a cheap one that had the disc reader broken. So I got it for really cheap and I modded it. So any games that I can't buy the discs at a reasonable price, I use that one and I just load up a pirated copy. 95% of the time you forget English isn't my first language. That is flattering. And I must warn you, flattery will get you anywhere with me. That kind of reminds... I was thinking of Half-Life the other day, and that reminds me when I was playing through Half-Life 2 with a Guitar Hero controller. And someone said, man, you got so good at that game, I forgot you were using a Guitar Hero controller to play it with. And I'm here holding the thing, I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot to. It just became second nature. Wait, is this water? Is that thing kind of swimming? It is water, fancy. My English is very good. Yeah, whenever I'm not saying puzzle instead of puzzle, that's when I break the illusion. Alright, thank you guys, I appreciate it. You know what, and I've mentioned this before, I've learned that what really fucking helps with language, with speaking in a way that is convincingly enough that it's decent. It's just confidence. It comes with practice, because look, I've been speaking in English for about 100 hours a month on average for the last 2 years and change. And I don't have any actual feedback because I'm not talking to someone in person. I'm talking to you guys and I read chat. It's not the same for conversational purposes. But it has given me confidence. If you look at me speaking on old VODs from 2 years ago, I stutter a lot, I pause a lot, I miss the words I want to use a lot. And that does make you feel like the person is not that good with English. With whatever language they're speaking. So just having the confidence, like, I've learned that it's better to make a mistake and just run through it. Just like, whatever, I made a mistake, don't go back and try to fix it and stutter or whatever, just go through with it. Like, people don't care if you mess up the pronunciation of one word or two. Speaking of flurry, my hair is looking good, is it? I'd explained this, and it's important that you guys understand, if you care, of course, that this is not even 4 months, which means the new hairs are still not growing, which is why you can still see it being a little bit light on hair up here. It's because I have a light up here. If I turn off this light, like the illusion is a lot better like this. Oh, look at Cooper, he has so much hair. And then I turn on the light. And they're like, oh, that's an ex-bald. But this is not even 4 months. It takes 10 months for the full results. So I'm really, really, really fucking happy and optimistic about how things are turning out. For sure about the confidence. Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, I look at my VODs for myself from 2 years ago, and it's like the same level of English speaking, but just a lack of confidence makes it sound a lot worse. Too far to flatter me for some coffee though. I swear to God, if we had the technology, I would on every stream, I would make coffee and like run a raffle or something on chat to give the coffee to one of my viewers. I would love to share my coffee with more people, not only because I'm really happy about making coffee, it's something that I really enjoy doing and I enjoy sharing with others. I want more feedback. I feel like I need to improve my coffee making skills, but I don't know how because I don't have any feedback. I don't have people to be like, oh, I think it's too weak, I think it's too strong, I think it's too bitter, I think it's too acid. I don't have anyone to do that for me. I wish I had, so I could improve. At least me myself don't say my English is very good. And then pronounce priests as... Priests? Anytime you notice it was some Brazilian for Edward, say an extra Ed. Oh. For most non-native English speakers, it's the TH sounds that give them away. We don't know how to say thanks, we say thanks. Or three, we say tree. Because we don't have those phonemes. I had to realize that. Basically, when I watched old VODs of mine, I would be like, I can tell I'm speaking it wrong, I don't know why. I had to keep re-listening until I could pinpoint it's the TH sound that is broken. And then I had to research what is the correct form, and then I had to practice. Believe it or not, I had to spend like half an hour, 1 hour practicing how to say thanks instead of thanks. It's not trivial. Try to make an evolution video. Keep going, not go back with music, especially not solo. Yes, I've actually played on a band before. You just have to keep going. You need to learn to quickly pick up from a mistake and just like resume without like, no, I need to stop and where was I anyway? You can't do that. And as long as you're not the drummer, most people won't even notice. Coffee party with chat 2060. I would love to do that. You have no idea how much I would like doing that. Like when people
These two Eskimos in a kayak were freezing butt cold, so they lit a fire in the boat and it sank, proving once and for all, you can't have your kayak and heat it too.
That one was pretty good. Come on, that one's pretty good. If I have someone visiting, which happens rarely, I swear to God, the first thing I do is, do you want some coffee? I'm like, no question about it. Like, it's the first thing I do. Do you want some coffee? Please let me make you coffee. When it's a regular visitor, someone that visits often, I'll literally go like, okay, do you want coffee? What kind of coffee do you want? And I list the options. Do you want a pour over? Do you want an espresso? Do you want a cappuccino? Do you want a latte? I can make all of those right now. Say the word. It's a hobby. Yeah, it's a hobby. It's probably my main hobby after video games at this point. I healed the wrong person. I want to select who to cast the spell and I healed instead. Whatever. You should have enough mana. Priest is a funny one because it's a contraction of presbyterian, whatever the shit, yes. Be contracted to priest. You see the E to I. Interesting. You technically ESL was raised mostly English speaking, still person not better in English being good. I think on most things you have to, as soon as you settle down on like, my English is pretty good, as soon as you do that, you stop learning. Which is why I always say I'm a horrible programmer and I'm lucky to still be keeping a job. Because any programmer that says that they're pretty good, they're shit. They're horrible because they stopped learning. They think they know how to do things. Good programmers will be like, I did a thing here, it's horrible, can someone look at it? Just to tell me that I didn't miss an obvious better way of doing it. A good programmer always doubts himself. What else did I miss in chat? You really thought you had good chances of a drummer joke? Ah, right. Because I was talking about drummers. Yeah, that was a missed opportunity. When I said I'd help you with your Twitch backups, I made you drink coffee first. I would have if you had come here for that. I would be like, look, you want me to do your VOD backups? There's a price. You have to drink the coffee. I will not help you if you don't drink the coffee. They're moving on their... It's weird the way they're moving. But did you guys see the moving grass over there? Hang on, let's talk about the game a little bit. Wait, did I? Oh, the grass isn't moving, it's the scrolling that is messing with my eyes. I thought the grass was moving in the wind, I'm sorry. I'm a horrible programmer. Here, let me code this translator instead of spending time searching for one. Come on. It wasn't difficult. I only had to write a browser add-on user interface and something connecting the two. It wasn't that hard, it was just like two different languages. I mean, you have to look, for example, at my experience with writing browser add-ons. I never had written one. Whatever. The software itself, I wrote it in Python. It was the first time writing something in Python, but that's not important. That's all true. I wanted to use the opportunity to learn a little bit. Whenever I do a brand new project that is irrelevant for anyone else, that's just like a one-shot thing, I like to do it with technologies I've never dealt with before, just so I can use the opportunity to learn. So I had never programmed in Python, so that translator I decided I'm gonna make it in Python, just to see what the fuss is all about regarding Python. It also seemed like a good use of a good fit for that particular tool set, I guess. I guess it was. say words occasionally in a standard way, far easier to understand someone from Northern England. I mean, that's not a... That's a low bar to clear. I saw Scottish people talking in a video once. And people in the comments were like... They were adamant that they were speaking English. It wasn't English. I don't know what it was. It wasn't English. Every man has his price. Money, 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 money left. Those people who SL do learn more standard English don't learn for some form of English. One thing that I do know that I have slightly better than most native English speakers, and that's not a slight in any way, it's just the way I learned it. I have better grammar. Like, you know when people mix up your and the contraction of you are, that's a mistake I've never done because I didn't even know they were pronounced the same, which is where the mistake comes from. And I learned written English way before I learned to speak it. So when it comes to like grammar and proper sentence building in writing, I do not make mistakes that native speakers make all the time. And it's just because of how I learned it. I learned to speak skews instead of regular English. What is that? It just isn't does speak the greater issue of passion in a good way. I mean, no, yeah, I do prefer to program my own shit a lot of the time. Because what others make is often like too much, it does too much or does things too weirdly. Like, for example, this one time there was like a feature in RetroArch that I needed to run it on my CRT TV properly. And it didn't have, and I was like, yeah, can someone fix this? And they were like, yeah, but no one needs this. I'm like, I do, I guess I'll have to relearn how to program in C++. And that's the story of how my name is listed as a contributor to RetroArch. I'm more interested in these pythons. Yes. I don't have a biceps to flex. Like, this is nothing. I don't have muscles. I lost all of them during my diet. As a member when you were at a chip shop in Sunderland, you ordered a can of chips, ended up with a tray of chips with a better sausage and gravy. What the fuck? Didn't learn grammar until you studied ancient Greek in undergrad. Mystic Theories is always with the fancy shit. Say it all the time, better grammar on average from not native speakers. Yeah! Yeah, that's like a meme by now, right? You go to a forum and people are like, alright, first of all, sorry for my English, and then they write like the most perfect, pristine shit. I'm terribly sorry, sir, English is not my first language. Provides full essay on issue with very detailed findings. Excuse? Some English accent from Liverpool. But they speak Liverpool. Only try to type your best grammar projects that you work on. You know, there was a time where I used, and that wasn't just me, where I used to write my code, like names of variables and names of methods or functions in Portuguese. And I disagree with that nowadays because you never know who you might need to share your code with. But there is one good reason to do that. It makes it painfully obvious which code is of your project and what code is from someone else's project. A library or like a language standard thing. Like if you're referring to something written in English, it isn't yours. It's something from someone else that you're using. If it is in Portuguese, then it's part of your project. It creates a visual separation of code. It's not worth it, considering all the drawbacks from writing shit that isn't in English. No, of course, very quickly I learned to even write the documentation in English because, again, never know you don't have to share your code with others. Presence of the retro... No. No, I wrote like one small feature. And I helped with testing for other shit that I had to keep recompiling code for testing. Different processing power required to understand them. Some of those English accents I cannot parse at all. One word consistently here with SL folks is the word education. No native does. No native speakers pronounce it education. Education. You're never gonna see a no-native speaker say nuclear. I promise you that. The better sausage you mean coding better. Didn't take it behind the shop and smack it with a stick. How else do you make... If you take... If you open up your Vita and you take off the little black box on the back and you put salt on it, do you have a salt and battery? Is that too obvious? English speakers abbreviates with numbers and slang. I can never see the word finish and not think of the finish. So whenever a minigame ends in Mario Party, I think they're talking about the Scandinavians. Finish! And I'm like, what about them? Will ever see a native speaker pronounce nuclear? George. Yeah, George W. Bush love to say nuclear. A salted battery, there you go. Where you cry over because it's no longer functional unless your tears somehow have no salt. Alright, can you have tears with no salt in them? Two peanuts walking down the street, one is a salted peanuts. Yeah, that joke is on the list of Mr. Bones. You play Mortal Kombat, you'll think at the end of the fight they're trying to culturally convert the loser. See, that's another mistake non-native English speakers never make, writing loser.
Why the dinosaur crossed the road? Because chickens hadn't evolved yet.
That one is whatever. Finish him, yeah, that one. I know it's written differently. So they beer calls on the sides of the ship so they can Scandinavian. I've seen that one, I think that one is amazing. Not Finland. Mortal Kombat, but anyone who loses gets extradited to Finland. That doesn't sound too bad. When I was a kid, I was really good at pulling off the random codes for fatalities and stuff at the end of Mortal Kombat. For some reason. And I had friends of mine that would literally ask me to, okay, can you please show us this fatality? Or this other fatality. Like, they would, like, put 1 versus 1, have one of them die, be near death, hand me the controller, please show us the fatality. And I would input a friendship, and they would be, like, fucking pissed off. Dude, no, the fatality, why do you keep doing that? You're fucking annoying. I was a dick in the most dumb way possible. This will forever put a whole new meaning to Mortal Kombat, yeah. Finish him. Mayhan Nixion. What else? Friendships were the best. Friendship. I really liked Mortal Kombat growing up. I had Mortal Kombat 1 for the SNES. I remember being fucking pissed off because it didn't have any blood. Then I saw the... No, I wanted to skip that fight. Then I saw the Genesis port of it, which does have blood. The Genesis port looks like shit. I'm sorry, Genesis fans. It looks so bad though. Like the colors, the proportions, I don't know. Of course it has blood, but everything else suffers. I remember playing the Game Boy on an actual device. I had a friend that had the Game Boy version of Mortal Kombat 2. I played a lot of that one. Desert and Desert. Yeah, I've seen that mistake as well. Babality. It makes sense why the post-credits to Mortal Kombat movie, you see them boarding a plane to Helsinki. Nothing to do with hell. Losers subjected to babality get locked in a room full of TV screen and speakers playing 4,222 different streams of country in different languages. All with shitty accents. You know what to do for friendship? Maybe friendship with the loser gets sent to Scotland and deep fried. What about one of those finishers where they open up that can of rotten fish next to someone's nose? Wait, this is not... There is loot down there. How do I get there? Yeah, maybe that corridor on the left. Yeah, probably. It's probably gonna be a medic tablet. You've been searched, hummingbird. I mean, I know it's not an exaggeration. I'm sure I wouldn't survive it either. You're supposed to open the can under running water. Or at least like in a very open space. Very hard to jump served in there, yes. That animation of the things dropping off shotgun shells, thank you. It's very good. You have been searched. You tried. Shotgun. I'm not gonna give a shotgun to the other guy. Cash is already yielding one. Buckshot. Okay, I need to check the manual to see which one is better. Hang on. Data book. Hang on, I'm gonna show it. Let me just do this browser window here. Okay, where is my weapons here? It doesn't show the old coin here. I was taking a look at the old coin as well. Shotgun. Blaster shot. Where is a buckshot shotgun? A large shotgun. It commands great power. It's a heavy weapon, not a shotgun. Interesting. Interesting. That means... Let me pull this down. That means that if I look at Cash's skills... He's very Cash. Oh, yeah, heavy weapon. Cash has heavy weapon skills. Because a regular shotgun uses rifle skills. Oh, so Tian Rand can use a rifle, but he's way better with a gun. It probably gets upgraded the more you use it, but still, I have gun bullets and shotgun bullets. I should keep them spread. Mortal Kombat doesn't look that bad on Mega Drive. I don't know, I thought it looked horrible. But you know, I didn't see it back in the day. Did you have the SNES at the time? It does look a lot better on the SNES. Food is done, alright. Have a safe trip home. Age Ed Ing home. I wish there was a save down here because this is a large dungeon. I need to be fully healed before you go into the boss fight as well. I don't have the big spell damage that I had before. This might be the... Yeah, I'll move on. It's a very large dungeon. Oh, new enemies! Cool sprites. Game has the best sprites. What is this enemy called? Headhunter! Slap! He just slaps shit. Those are disturbing. Are they? I think they're fun. Oh, and it turns into a ball as well. They're great sprites, but disturbing. Why do you find that disturbing? They're just like weird apes or something. I'm following the left wall to not get lost. You guys know that's usually how I navigate dungeons. Be it dungeon crawlers or any other kind of game. We don't have a map, but the game has never been too complicated that you needed a map. I don't know why I was just reminded of Dead Dance, the Jellicoe fighting game. That game has amazing music. I mean, really good like backgrounds for the stages. That final battle at the top of the tower. And that game is so underrated and unknown, and I blame the stupid ass Western name and box art, especially the American box art. Why do they take a game called Dead Dance? Just like most amazing name, and they just replace it with Tough Enough. I refuse to call it by that name. I'm so glad I had the Japanese version for rent down here. Okay, level 10. I saw that game for sale once, the loose cartridge. I should have gotten it. It's probably a bootleg though. I should have gotten it either way if it wasn't too expensive. I have no idea how much it was. I think the store that had it closed down though. And it was the Japanese version called Dead Dance. I did beat that game on stream. I think I did that on a birthday stream. I have to think. You guys know what I did last year? I forgot to have a streamversary. I'm not going to do it late, but I forgot to do a streamversary, which would be like December 8th or December 6th, something like that. I just forgot. My head was a bit loony, but I can't forget the birthday stream. Come up with something special for the birthday stream again. It's usually just a bunch of smaller games or fun exploration. I did some Windows demo discs exploration once, right? I have to take a look at what I actually did on those birthday streams. Get some ideas. Probably make some coffee on stream again. Show off my new coffee grinder. The new coffee grinder has the adjustment on the outside, so I don't have like to open it and count the clicks. It has a number and a thing so you know exactly where you are. What's that screen behind me? Scared of that burning ink? No, it's an LCD. LCDs don't burn ink. It's fine. I wouldn't have that back there if it was an OLED. I do eventually want to replace it with an actual green screen. But the reason I haven't done that yet is that I have to redo my overlays. Because I would want to have my background be that, with the emotes flying, like they do nowadays. But feeling that on the overlay nowadays would be too hacky. It's not meant to be resized. And that overlay rewriting would take a long time. I have started it like 2 or 3 times already. I haven't gotten too far with it. You had a 90% pure red background for your PC once RT monitor blew all the red tube. ViewSonic. The ViewSonic monitors were pretty good. I'm sorry to hear what happened to it. Yes, CRTs do get burning. I think LCDs are the only ones that don't get burning. Greetings, Ofair, welcome back. Because the only thing that is on an LCD is the backlight. And all of the backlight is always on all the time anyway. So if that degrades, it's not gonna be with the burning anyway. Just having it on will like cause it to degrade, I guess. Who am I? What have I done with Beanie Copert? I am the Copert that lives in a place that almost hit 40 Celsius last week. I cannot wear a beanie. It's too much. I need to heal up. These enemies need to stop arriving. I need to heal up. Don't blame it if you're Sonic. Blame way more red than normal. Yeah. I had a friend that had an old TV. You know, back in the 90s, the TV was already old by then. And it had like this smear of purple in a corner that was always there when the TV was on, and I asked what was it, and he was like, no, this one time I got like this big magnet and I ran over it just to see what happened, and now it's permanent. That TV was so cool because it had like this wooden frame, and it was one of the very first models that came with a remote control because this kid was kind of loaded. And the remote control, you put it on top of the TV and you press it down. It had like a little slot that went like click. And then when you want to grab the controller back, you would press it down and it would like eject the controller. It was very fancy. And fucked because of the magnet. Hello there, Games on VHS. Happy Saturday to you as well. Yes, my break days are now floating, which means I can and will stream on Saturdays sometimes. Is this where I came from? I don't think it is. No, it isn't. Oh, this looks like potential boss area. Is everyone fully healed? I know this feels like a waste, but if this is final boss area, it's the first one that there aren't random enemies popping up. And we didn't get a save opportunity. Said it can be pretty dead for you on Twitch, so happy to see me on. Alright, I'm glad to be here. Yeah, I'll be taking one or two breaks every week still. I just don't have to. I realized that I don't have to keep one on Saturdays. When I first started streaming, my Saturdays were kind of busy. But now any day can be busy. Like, it's better for me to stream on a Saturday when I'm able and skip a different day when I'm too tired or something. I'm usually not tired on Saturdays. Yep, boss fight. Nope, not yet. Different music though. Okay, so because this is plants, and we have 8 elements, maybe they have like a plant element or a nature element to be given this time. Last time we got a wind element. You had your CRT for so long, the minimap in the game we were playing just before upgrading was just call it blobs. I have 3 CRT TVs in this room right now. 1 there, 2 backups. Am I too weird for having backup CRT TVs? I have to. I only paid for that one because it's a fucking Sony Vega. Sony Triniton Vega with S-Video input, flat screen, 29 inches, 50 kilograms, over 100 pounds of crystalline image. It's perfect. Man, sometimes I load up like Marvel vs. Capcom on that and I just leave it on track mode. Like whenever people come along here and they're like why the hell do you have this giant ass thing? I put Marvel vs. Capcom attract mode on it and they're like, fuck. How much did you pay for this? $100. Man, fuck you. That was cheap. You'd have backups if you could afford the space. I can barely afford the space. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, my wife is an amazing person. She's very supportive. I'm pretty sure she disapproves. She still went on a 4-hour road trip with me to buy that thing. She actually, because we couldn't even fit that shit on the trunk, she actually had to come back home like hugging that thing through the entire trip. I fucking love my wife. We're playing the 360. Lots of people still play the 360 on CRT TVs. Still came standard with composite cables, I'm pretty sure. You don't have any CRTs, I'm not crazy, don't be like you. 2 inches large, wish you still had that. I have more backup CRTs than I have actual CRTs. Well, thank you. Does my wife play games? She hates video games. She doesn't hate them, she has tried to enjoy them multiple times. The only video game she has ever enjoyed was Flower, which is a pretty good game. She enjoyed the... I've talked about this before. She enjoyed the fuck out of watching me and her brother play Untitled Goose Game. Was me and her brother playing it and she and his wife watching, and it was like an amazing afternoon. Many honks were had. She walked home. Yeah, sorry, hon, I can't fit the TV and you in here. See you home. I love my wife staring me off screen. It's 2 in the morning, she's asleep. You know, she did ask me to tell you guys Happy New Year a few days ago. I forgot. So Happy New Year everyone from my wife. What is this? It's nothing. This game is kind of stressful. I think you enjoyed that by watching. It wasn't stressful. It was so fucking fun. I really like a boss fight. Oh, it's the guard. They have a guard panther thing with a girl. Or is that the lady that transforms? Maybe she's a droid. I really like how on Untitled Goose Game, I'll try to do no spoilers. Okay, without spoilers, I really like how the final segment plays out. Like, it's nothing too original or different, but I was not expecting that for that kind of game. That game is really fun. It was a lot of fun to play on that setup. I don't know if I would have enjoyed playing it alone as much. Honk. Yes. Happy New Year, Mr. Scorpion. Alright. I'll send it along. You love it, probably would have been even more fun multiplayer. It was a lot of fun. I had no idea, and I keep saying this. It's amazing to play a game without knowing anything about it. Like, I heard people say Untitled Goose Game is fun. Good. I don't want to know what the game is about. I don't want to know how it plays. I don't want to know anything. I went in knowing zero shit. Nothing. I knew nothing about the game. It was such a fun surprise. I did not expect any of that. Entitled Goose Game spoilers. But the game does have kind of a storyline. Weren't you paying attention? It's probably more stressful solo. Maybe, but you have like unlimited attempts on everything. Are people laughing does a good job removing stress? Yes. Like, that Goose is a fucking asshole. Look, the guy. The guy's like holding his coffee or something, and you hide behind him and go like, honk, and the guy just like the coffee in his face, and then everyone laughs. It was so fun. Oh me! It's a Black Panther. Or as Pepe Le Pew would like to say, it would appear it doesn't like us. John ran with the insight. I wonder if it is not aware I am an honorary member of the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. The SKPKA. That doesn't have the same ring to it as better. It is probably not aware, Cash, yes. This is no time for your jokes. It's not a joke, it's a very important society. I've been a part of it for the last 2 years. I've been a paying member. I have my little card here. Why are you calling it a joke? It's very important to me. How dare you? It's not a boss fight. 25 damage. 25 that's a lot. I could try using magic, but we're kind of low, man. I need to save it for healing. So I'm not gonna use... Also, we were at full health and 25 damage is not enough for a heal. I like how they have this unique enemy that actually keeps moving like that. Because animations are usually like on so many games where you see like the enemies have these little idle animations. Does anyone remember seeing a game where the idle animation is this? Is the enemy walking back and forth? I don't recall this from other games. Okay, Cash needs healing. Cash really needs healing. I don't have bigger healing than this. I might need to use items if this keeps going like that. Cure tablet. I assume cure tablet heals. Let me check the manual before we fuck it up. Item data. Cure tablet. It restores HP. Okay. It's a Grek. Then you have the high Grek and the super Grek. Wasn't there a game that Macaw played that had super Grek in it? Cures all health points to any tablet if the tablet is damaged. In the last remnant, will occasionally have combatants passively clash weapons while navigating menus. Other than that, most turn-based users have been popping on the spot. Right, but the last remnant is 3D, right? 3D can do way more shit. I'm talking about the static sprites. But still, I haven't seen this kind of movement. I need to do more healing. I need to do more healing. You missed! Oh. Okay. But it wasn't a boss fight. It didn't have boss fight music. It wasn't big enough to be a boss fight, I don't think. It's bleeding, poor thing. Okay, it's alive. The kid guy is alive, it's fine. Yeah, I'm one of those people that is not a big fan of killing animals in video games. Yeah, whatever. It isn't... Unless it is like sentient and knows what it's doing, you assume it was trained and it's loyal and... It fled. Oh, May! Thank you, Miss Mei Hong. She has a terribly high fever. Tianran, we should go back home at once. I'm okay. You most certainly are not okay, young miss. What should we do, Cash? There is no other way. We should go back. I'm sorry. Rather than apologizing, don't run away like this again. Cash, no, it's not the time to come down on her. Yes, it is. She caused trouble. Like, this is precisely the right time. Later, she's gonna be too comfortable to be like, hey, it's fine. No, don't do this shit again. Don't be dumb. Let's go. Yes. Right, we don't have to walk back. Illusion Castle. Nice, another interlude. I like these a lot. Here comes the priestess and the guy that I can never... The Lee? He's called Lee. And two priestesses. Is something wrong, Lee? Battle... Holy fuck! Did you guys see that fucking decapitation? It wasn't a druid guy, it was a panther, and we didn't face off against the druid guy or the lady. So it wasn't like one of the 8 legions. Did you guys see that fucking decapitation? That was exquisite. New? Is it new? You should stay back. Oh, that's the girl she saved. What's going on? No, don't kill her. That girl, that's new. Ah, because she's one of those experiments they run. She's not fully human. They fucked up her DNA. Now she's turned irrational. Right? Yeah, the plot thickens. They don't see her as human because she's like one of their genetic experiments, which is why she's acting like this now. Exquisite decapitations. It was. Have you ever played Brutal Legend? There is a segment right at the start, like it's no spoilers, like it's part of the demo. I played it on the demo actually. Where like it's the first boss fight or something, and at the end they decapitate the guy, and the Jack Black character goes like, decapitation! With the guitar. It's pretty good. New, it's me. Don't you recognize me? You know me. Show me. Just plaster her with peanut butter. Skeletonization into melting away. But this is not the maid, this is Yu Qing Ming Wang Yama. Sorry for the commotion, Mr. Lee. Why did you do that? Why did you kill her? Do you think it's possible for me to ignore a failed specimen? Yeah, they call them specimens. That girl remembered me! She calmed down, didn't she? What's wrong with me doing anything I like with my specimens? I think one of the better decap seasons so far, Soldier of Fortune. I know it was a silly MMORPG, but I really liked decapitating characters in Age of Conan. Like you did the correct inputs and then you would lock in the 2 characters on the animation where the guy would be like vroom with a sword. It was like a lightsaber, so it did vroom, that's why it made that sound. And the head would pop off. Soldier was Fortune was ahead of its time. I didn't beat it. I played it back then, I didn't beat it. I think it gets repetitive at some point. You ask what's wrong? She's a human being! Mr. Lee, haven't you been pampering her a little too much? The dots, man. He replies with dots. You're the one that's not human? What kind of utopia is this you're striving for? There's no way I'll ever do what any of you order me to. Xiao Mei, go back to your room. Lee, come, priestess. Let's walk over the decapitated person on our way out. Let's make sure we smear our blood all over the place. Remember those fatalities in Age of Conan? Remember how giant human-eyed enemies would shrink for animations? Yeah. That was one of the janky things about it. It's part of our cunning plan, reverse psychology. Yeah, very cunning. Is there actually a good Conan video game, by the way? The DOS one is pretty decent. I like it. It's a bit jacked. Jacky is between jacked and janky. But I liked it. I'm not familiar with the modern ones. Age of Conan, the MMO released originally on the Windows Vista era. I liked it. That was okay-ish. Like, if you had like good environments and stuff. good towns and places, like good ambience. It was an MMO if you were okay with MMOs at the time. I don't know if it's still going on. If it is, it's probably some free-to-play shit nowadays. Which DOS one? It wasn't a party game, no. It was one that had like this... I remember it had top-down view walking in towns, and then you went into like into caves, and then you had like big mode Conan. And then you had like different kinds of sword thrusts that you had to do depending on the enemy. It was a decent one for Xbox 360. Remember Party. Yeah, I don't remember much about the multiplayer aspect of Age of Conan because I usually ignored multiplayer in MMOs. Miss Yama, if you'll excuse me. Gotta play Barbarian some more. Good. Have you played that, what is it called? Zabat? Something like that on Steam that it mimics like those old computer Barbarian games. Xbox 360 Conan was a God of War like. Mechanic had to reap arrows of your body whenever archers landed a shot. I think that people shed a lot on God of War clones. I think they're fine. Like I've talked about Dante's Inferno before, the EA God of War clone. The game was fun until they ran out of budget. The game was fine. I think they could have solved two big problems with that game by taking the money out of marketing, because the marketing for that game was too fucking edgy for its own good, and put it in actual development so they could actually finish the game. Because you're supposed to go through all the circles of hell, and after 3 or so they're like, okay, we ran out of money. Now, welcome to challenge rooms for the rest. It's blatant and dumb, like you have like 3 exquisitely made and crafted circles of hell, and then suddenly challenge rooms, we ran out of money. Now big Satan with flopping dick flying around, there you go. It was a fine game. Yeah, there is this making of thing that I showed you guys once before where they talk about the Satan dick length slider for testing. I'll see if I still do I still have it? I can show it after the game. Let me check real quick. No, I don't think I have it anymore. Wait. Wait. I think I don't have it. I was gonna make an alert out of it, but it ended up being too weird. I have it. Okay. I remember saying it because I have the PS3 version. The PS3 version has a making of on the disc, and it has the interviews. And I was like, wait, why are they talking about dick length now? They're talking way too much about the length of the dick of Satan. People love the high fantasy on average more. They do. Challenge rooms can be seen as a form of hell. There you go. I need to play Temple Elemental Evil, which is one of the only video games based on Greyhawk. That game looks like it's a good one. I need to play more D&D games, actually. I like the D&D rule set for video games. Please don't forget your role of duties, Mr. Lee. You don't need to go and push yourself this far. It's okay, Miss Mei-Hong. Since it was all my fault, I should be the one to make it right. Acting alone on the battlefield can endanger the entire team too, especially in cases of guerrilla warfare like this. Cash, don't come down on her like a ton of bricks. This is also part of the training, but more importantly, hurry up and let's chase down the Black Panther. Ah, Was caught when I sneaked into the Motian sect ceremony hall. There must be some clue there, I'm sure of it. Maybe we can go there now. Now go, always stay close to Homei and keep an eye on her. You saying that is what worries me. She's a child, he's already said he's not... What? No, it was nothing. And now let's go, Tianran, once more to the Shulu area. Alright. So we need to go back to the Shulu, and I don't know if we go into the plants area or if we go to the hall. I have to try the hall first. I will need to like buy ammo as well. I need to rest up. Hang on, there's a lot of shit we need to do. Uses 3rd edition rules. Most indie games were using 2nd edition Forgotten Realms. Yeah, I'm very used to 2nd edition on video games. I played hundreds of hours of Neverwinter Nights. I never finished it. I need to get back on that game sometime. Good night. See ya. Things like 5 footsteps. Look at the guy putting on his trench coat. So good. I don't want to save without the other guys. I fear that it might bug out the save. It probably won't. I don't want to risk it. Man, I fucking loved Neverwinter Nights with everything I had, man. I have to play that game again. Such a good game. Second one was not unfun. Like, people kind of disliked the second one. It was alright-ish, but it wasn't as good as the first one. Yeah, me too. Gotta play it again. If you play the second one on its own, it's fine. If you play it knowing the first one well, it's kind of a disappointment. The VDG with no expansions back in the day was boring to you. I didn't expect to spice it up a lot. I think I played like through 60%, 70% of the original one. I don't know why I dropped it. Yes, are we on level 10 or something? We are. The second one will not appreciate more fleshed out characters. Yeah, the first one, even though the story is alright and the mechanics are amazing, the characters themselves are a bit on the weak side of characterization, I guess. Anyway, I think I'm gonna stop the timer here. 8.5 hours of Illusion City, amazing game. I'm looking forward to getting back to this game, which is going to happen next week.